All right, let's see what happens. She's all back together finally. It's taken a while, but you know, other things are happening in life too. So, we'll go. I've already fired it, so I know it runs. But I put coolant in it, got it all. It should be ready to actually go this time. So, we'll see what happens. If you guys hear me knocking or something, let me know. Okay, I'll shut it off real fast. You guys know I did the heads, valve job, new timing belt, new radiator, all the stuff. New head gaskets, obviously, all new O-rings, gaskets, all that stuff. Right now, this little guy right here, you can see it is loose. Once the thermostat's back here, but once it opens, that'll start letting coolant come out, and it'll help bleed this out. Yep, I want to do that. Anyway, so that should start squirting out of there from my understanding. Once this heats up to operating temperature, once that thermostat opens at 195, I think. But she sounds really good, other than the initial squeal when it started up. I need to put the mileage on the sticker that I changed the timing belt. And I'm gonna take these off and clean them up. So then, because these brake pads are almost brand new. So I'm gonna clean those up and put those back on. And then I should be able to drive it. So, it paid off. I was worried. I thought, you know, if there's something wrong with the engine itself, and it's not just the timing belt, then I'm pretty well screwed. And I need to put the heat shield back on the intake manifold, or the exhaust manifold, my bad. There's the other Honda that I drive. Yeah, no check engine lights, no lights at all other than the doors open. So we'll let it sit here until it warms up and see what happens. I don't know how long it's sat. It looks like it's got a half a tank of fuel, but this car sat for I don't know how long, so it sounds like it's running all right. But let's go up in the air with it and see if it's leaking anything. Coolant I probably spilt out a while ago. That thing's letting it come out on the other. Yeah, I spilled some coolant right here. It ran out, so it may have ran out on the floor. I don't think that's a leak. I think that's just where I spilled it a while ago. Yeah, the CV joint, boots, and everything are in good shape. It looks like the car was well taken care of. It does have a couple holes in the exhaust back there, but I'll get that sorted out eventually. Sounds really good. Hopefully I didn't miss tightening anything. I think I got it all squared away. But yeah, look at that table. Actually, somewhat usable again. Rebuilding the carburetor on this because it kept letting the fuel siphon back down into the tank, and when I went to start it, it wouldn't start. So got in there and got to looking inside that carburetor, and it had a bunch of just junk in there that was possibly keeping stuff from doing what it's supposed to do. And so getting a good cleaning, and I'll throw it back on. It ran fine, it had some crap in it. It had some dirt and junk in it. So once I get this running and out of here, then I can do that, and then I'm done with all these little stinky projects. I'll get back on that. That shouldn't take but a few hours probably, or less. Yep, things start to pour cooling out. Size. Felt like it was, but now it seems like it's a little bit big. Yep, it is. That's a 12. Well, that might be a 7/16. This car was made in America. I know it's crazy. It's a Honda, but everywhere on it says made in USA. So they made Hondas in the United States. Some of this stuff is standard. Some of it is metric. So I gotta watch it. Tighten this. Yep, that might be a 10. Oop. Alright, hope you didn't get hurt. Try. Yep, that's a 12. 10's over here. No, it's not a 10. Seems too small to be a 12. Anyway. See what happens. Looks like they got it tight enough. Let this thing get to operating temperature. I don't know if the heater works. Oh, that's another thing I need to do is turn the heater on, circulate that through. That's something I gotta do. Let's see, heat. Nice. Yep, it's getting close to operating. Bunch of junk blew out of the right into my eyes, of course. This little car, I think I showed you already. It's really nice condition. Be kind of hard to tell in this light, but it's and it's I bought it for a parts car for this. I guess you guys probably remember what I said on that. And I was just going to take the front end, and because this hood's all jacked and this bumper's jacked, this thing is jacked, and so I was just going to take the front end parts off of it and whatever other parts. The interior is the exact same on this one as that one for the most part. So I was just like, man, I bought a identical car, except for this is a station wagon, and that's just a sedan, I guess. But man, she purrs like a kitten. She probably runs better than that one does, to be honest with you. This is a regular 2.2. That engine is a VTEC. This is an LX and that's an EX. So that one's got 145 horsepower and this one's got like 130 horsepower, which I know it sounds like a lot, but I'll be careful with it, I promise. I'll try not to pull the back wheels off the ground since it's front wheel drive. All right, she's up to operating temperature. Looks like that little guy is closed. Don't get too crazy because that's aluminum. So just closing up. Looks like everything else is sealed up good. Pretty quiet. Must have did my valve job right, or done my rockers right. I did those on the bench too, by the way. I don't know if you guys watched that video, but they were saying put it on here and then do it, and I thought, why not just do it on the bench? That way I'm not having to reach way back here trying with those feeler gauges, trying to get those in there and trying to get that accurate. I got it right there on the bench and I can do it real easily. So that's what I did. So now, yeah, I just pull these front wheels off and take the brakes loose and clean those calipers up because they're pretty rusty, and I don't want that rust to embed itself in the new brakes. Those pads are, like I said, they're like brand new, so it just sat there and got nasty. So I'll run some 80 grit or something over it like that, DA, and knock it off there. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm gonna do it. Hopefully I tightened everything. Like I said, I took all this stuff out of here, so I might double check the motor mount bolts and make sure they're torqued down good. Anyway, that's enough. That's 12 minutes of Honda that you didn't want to see, so I'll talk to you next time. See ya.